morning, St. Lucia. Wake up, everybody. Now, we are outdoors. You know how I feel about that. So, you should be feeling the energy, and we're going to channel it today. It's a beautiful day out. And of course, I have the lovely Cantilia here with us because there's something special happening, something very important. Again, another movement within the arts. And there's going to be a play going on that's going to be on Saturday, April 29th. And that is Requiem for a Bad John.
Yes. We are very lucky this year that for the National Arts Festival, CDF, well, they got in touch with Youth Spark and with Miss Catherine Atkinson. And so this year we're working on Requiem for a Bad John, and it's going to be on the 29th, as you said, and we'll have a repeat performance on the Sunday the 30th.
So, Cantilia, we know that Catherine Atkinson is the playwright.
Yes.
So, tell us a little bit more about Catherine.
Okay, Catherine, well, I've known Catherine forever, and she's always been a lover of the arts and a writer. This is actually her first play she's written. So she has written a lot of short stories and poems. She actually won when there was it Word Alive? Right, she's one of the winners of that competition, and she has, of course, performed in various places. So she recently completed her MFA in creative writing, and as part of that process, she had to write a play. And so this is her first play, and of course, she made sure it was about St. Lucia and issues dealing with St. Lucia. Before she went off to study, she was one of our major persons with Youth Spark and working with young people and all. So she had that feel of them and the issues that they face, which is why she chose to do something which relates to the youth.
All right, perfect. Now I'm loving this. So, with you now, what's your role with the play?
Okay, I'm the director of the play.
Oh, that's going to be my next question. Who's the director? Okay.
The director of the play, that's it. Yes.
All right, so you're the one, like, do it, get the work done.
Yes, yes.
Behind the scenes.
Yes, behind the scenes, yeah. Doing that with them. The wonderful thing about being a director is that beautiful process where you get this script and it's just words on paper, and then coming up with an idea and a vision for it that you think will connect with your audience, because there must be that connection. You want to make sure that you're true to the play. I had this lecturer of mine who taught me directing, and he used to say, make sure you go to the work and say to the work, show me your secrets, show me your wonders, and try and share that with the world, So that for me is really what I try to do with this play and with other plays.
All right, super. So now I want to help St. Lucia understand the play a bit more. So take us through, just an overview of the play, the setting, so people can really get a feel for it.
Requiem is set in urban St. Lucia. So you could say in Castries, in some area of Castries, and it looks at some of the issues that happen with members of a yard. Now, this yard idea that we have, it's something that has been there from since, slavery time. We say it is the now echo of the slave yard, and that same kind of environment. So you have the old woman, the girl, you have the young men trying to find themselves, you have the old guard, the older men, of course trying to keep the peace. So you have all of those elements in there. And of course you have the outside forces always trying to oppress or control. So in this case you have development, and it looks at issues such as tourism and of course our infrastructure and the relationship with the police and with the yard, because that is always a relationship that's, not as, how should I say it, not always the best,
Right.
but at the same time, there are a lot of layers to it. So in this case, we look at some of the possible layers, especially with the police and with the members of the yard.
All right, now, with that too, I just have to say, we're trying to give you the yard setting so you can visualize
Yes,
to us.
yes.
So you had a dog in the yard, we
Yes,
have
everything,
the outside
yes.
background. So you can start picturing it too. Now, who's our main characters here?
That's the interesting thing about this play. When we first started, we were like, okay, in this, the main character, there's a girl in it, a young girl trying to find her way, and then there was this one guy who seemed to be, the bad John. But then it ends up being really the story of everybody. I cannot honestly say it may be one person more than the other, because their lives are so intertwined. One impacts the other so much. You can't say this one develops and this one doesn't. Everybody in that yard Just like, being part of a family, because they are a family. So what happens to one person affects the other. They all try to be there for each other, but they also fight with each other, as happens, They uplift each other. And so because of that, the question becomes, who is the bad John? Because it talks about Requiem for a Bad John, but who in the play, in all the characters, who really is the bad John we're talking about, and whose Requiem is it? So I think that is going to be interesting for the audience to try and figure out, looking at all of them and figuring out, okay, who do I really think, or who do I connect with? And therefore I think that is the character who this is about.
Well, I'm loving this. So St. Lucia, this is why you need to come out April 29th. Let them know how much tickets cost and of course where they can get it.
Right. Tickets are $25. You can get at CDF. We start at 8 p.m. Okay, so it's on Saturday. It's going to be, it's a nice play. I have to say, we're keeping it real. It's social realism. So, the language is, it is real. Let's put it that way. So just come prepared for that. You can bring children, however, be advised that the subject matter is adults, okay? But it is relevant to what is going on with us. And of course, we have that repeat performance on the 30th as well, same time, 8 o'clock. They can come to either one of it or come to the first one and come again and see it at the second one,
Yes, see if you pick up anything different after.
Right, yes.
And that is at the Cultural
Center, yes.
All right, so St. Lucia, you know where you got to be on the 29th and on the 30th. So Requiem for a Bad John. So we'll see you there. Wake up, St. Lucia. Good morning, everybody. It's our favorite day of the week. That is a Friday. It's DIY Fridays right here. And this morning, we're here with Miss Adam Mazet at Artfully Crafted. You should know that's upstairs at JQ Mall. So we're going to be making something. Oh, shucks. We're supposed to hide this, but we're going to be making something very interesting.
Yeah.
3-dimensional, I should say, wall accents. We're going to be doing butterflies. However, we're not limited to only creating this, but this is just going to be one idea.
Right.
And then you can take it and fly with it.
Yes. Literally fly with
Yes.
it. Okay. And it's very simple, and all you need is construction paper, or you can use this. Makes it really, really nice. This is this colorful Bristol board, and we're gonna use some of this also.
Yeah.
And your scissors.
Our best friend, the
Glue
glue gun.
And of course, what I do is I use a knife to cut it, the paper. Makes it easy to divide up. All right. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna select our paper. I'm just gonna take the first two. So now that we
2 sheets of paper.
yeah, and we're gonna fold it. So first we're gonna fold it in half.
Oh, so you fold them together?
Yeah. Fold it in half, and then I'm gonna cut it down. Okay. Then I'm gonna fold it again. Now it all depends on what size of butterflies you're gonna make. So once I cut it again, I'm gonna fold it. Alright, so you must remember the head, the chest. Okay, so that's the body of the butterfly. Then I'm gonna do the wings. I'm just making up my own butterfly. Alright, so now that I've finished drawing on one side of the paper, I'm gonna cut it out. Now you gotta hold it firm because it's thick. When you cut, it's gonna shift. So. Then I'm going to open it up. Okay, so now I have both sides. I'm just going to draw the same thing that I have over here on that side.
This is gonna be my real challenge. Drawing the other half.
Okay, so now I'm just going to do all the others. All right, so now that we've finished drawing all of our pieces, cutting it out, and we're going to stick two together to give it a three-dimensional effect. Okay, so I'm just going to put it right down the middle. Okay. It doesn't take very long to stick together. And there you have your butterfly. And then you have your whole set of butterflies.
Well, I, on the other hand, took the opportunity to show you that you can do other
Yes.
insects, animals, what you please. So there we have it, our bat/moth.
Okay, another thing you can do is if you have a big mirror in your house, you can also use the same butterflies to decorate it. Now you want to wait until the glue is a little cooler before you put it on the mirror. Sometimes the mirror would crack if it's too hot.
Ah, okay.
So okay, and there you have your mirror.
Very nice.
Okay.
All right, guys. So this is DIY Friday once again. We hope that you enjoyed it, and make sure you take time to go try it out. Sometimes you may watch it and think, okay, you love it, but don't have time to do it. Guess what? We upload everything up onto YouTube, so go check out DBS Morning Show. That way you can make time at your convenience to try out the DIYs yourself, all right?
Yes.
And if any other questions too, feel free to come check out Mr. Azair at Artfully Crafted at the JQ Mall.
Sure. Alrighty.
We'll see you guys next week.
Yes. Bye.